Yesterday, we talked about finding factors, right?
Yeah.
Today, we're going to talk about finding factors again. But yesterday, we used this. What's this? What is this thing here? What is this? Gabby? It's a hundreds chart. Yesterday, we used a hundreds chart to help us find factors. But today, we're going to do what's called factor rainbows. Can you say factor rainbows?
Factor rainbows.
When you hear the word factor rainbows, what do you think? What is in your head? What are you thinking this is going to look like? Why don't you turn next to your thinking partner? You together, you together, you two together, you two together, you two together. And you're going to talk about what factor rainbows are. Oh, like a factor monster? Okay.
Annalisa.
A lot of colored numbers. Kind of like the missing numbers. What number do you think are going to be colored?
Or just think of the fact that I had rainbow colors on.
Like a line, like the digits. Okay. Digits only. Why do you think digits only? Can a factor only be a digit? No. So if we're looking at factor rainbows, which only the digits be colored, or with all the factors?
Even
Okay. We're looking back this way. We're turning our bodies back this way. When we hear factor rainbows, what are we thinking, Trey?
So like we're gonna like write like a line of like factors.
You're gonna write a line of factors.
Like,
How is it
like
gonna look?
one.
How are they gonna look?
Like starting with like one.
Starting with 1, so it's gonna be in number order.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when we use the rainbow, we're gonna start from the 1 and then draw the line all the way to the last number.
To the last number.
And then we'll
To
do-
its matching factor
Yeah.
pair.
Yes.
Let's listen to that vocabulary, factor pair. Okay, what else do we think, Brian?
I think they're a big torn apart. Who took the bell? Oh.
Please. Okay, thank you.
It keeps going. Okay. All right, so I'm hearing that it's going to be multiple equations in there. We're going to line up our factors in number order and connect it to our factor pair. Shayla? Yesenia?
Patterns like twos and kind of like black and gray. No one really uses them that much. Like with patterns, say you go by twos, you can't use like 5 and 1.
Okay. So I already did use my number chart and I found the factors for 21. So the first step in making factor pairs,
21.
or for 24, the number 24, sorry. The first step is to list your factor pairs from greatest to least. So I'm going to do that right now, okay? So I know 1 times 24 equals 24, right? What about 2? 2 times, does anybody know? What 2 times what would equal 24? Edwin. Give it your best guess, you can do it.
No,
Not 15, very close, very close.
15.
Luke?
12.
12. 2 times 12. And then I know 3 times something equals 24. 3 times something. Who knows who's really good at their multiplication facts and can tell me? Jocelyn.
8.
8. 3 times 8 equals 24. Okay, and then I have 4 times. 4 times what? 4 times what equals 24? Diana?
4 times.
You know this. 24? 4 times what equals 24? Do you want help from a friend?
6.
6! You got it. 4 times 6. Yay, Diana. All right, so now we have all of our factor pairs, and they're listed in number order, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
You forgot. I have a question.
Can we do 5?
No.
No. And we have 6. Can we do 7?
No.
No. And then we have 8. Can we do 9?
No.
No, we can't do 9, so then we're done, right? We're all done. Okay, so we have all of ours. Next we do is we're gonna list them out, like all of them out in number order, right? So this is our second step. Our second step is to list them all out in number order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5, right? 6, not 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can we do those ones to get to 24? No, okay. So then we have 12, right? And then 24. So we listed them in number order. Yes, Justin?
How do we know we're done because there's no factors that are the same?
How do we know we're done? Because there's no factors that are the same. So we went to 5, right? We couldn't do 5. Then we went to 6, and we already saw that we had a 6, right? Then we went to 7, we couldn't do 7. So then we went to 8, and we saw, wait, we already have an 8, right? So we're just going through them to figure out which ones we already have. And if we already have them, and it doesn't change our factors, then we know we're finished, okay? That was a really good question. So now we have them all listed out, right? So now we're going to create our factor rainbow. And it means that we're going to connect our factor pairs with some really cool colors, right? To make a rainbow. What are factor pairs? We heard that earlier. What do you think a factor pair is? We connect it to our factor pair, Brian.
Tree said that vector pairs are the ones next to each other, like
The ones next to each other. So if I had all these written out,
the same number.
the same number.
Like no. But he said that factor pairs are
You need some help? You want Trey to help you? Okay, Trey, tell him what, fill in his thoughts, Trey.
So,
Factor pairs.
factor pairs is, so you know how we wrote 1 times 24?
Mm-hmm.
Here, we would draw a line from the 1 going all the way to the 24.
So factor pairs are the ones that are in the equation together?
Yeah.
Factor pairs are the numbers that are in the equation together, okay? So factor pairs
Factor pairs
are the ones
are the ones
in the equation
in the equation
together.
together.
So we were talking about factor rainbows before recess, right? And we made a factor rainbow for the number 24. 24 is a composite number.
Yeah.
Composite. Who remembers what composite means? All of you guys should. Let's do our rhyme. Are you ready? Composite. Composite. 3 or more factors makes it legit. Word. Word. What do you notice about the composite number on here? What does it look like? What does it look like? Gabby? It looks like a rainbow. It's colorful, right? So we have colorful composites. Let's look at the number 11. 11 is a prime number. Prime.
Prime. P-R-I-M-E. Only factors 1 and me.
Word. Right? Okay, so it's a prime number. So what does that factor rainbow look like if it's a prime number? Cameron? Cameron? Will you help me? Will you help me draw this factor rainbow? Yeah, come on. You get to draw it. For a prime number, what does a prime number look like when we draw a factor rainbow? So Prime, only factors are one in me or one in itself. So why don't you try to look at it? One in itself. So the first step is to list them in number. The first step
Computer
is
should be closed.
the first step is to list them in number order. So list them in number order. If it's a prime number and it's one in itself, there's only two factors that are going to be up there. 2. So 1 in itself, and we're doing 11. One in me, one in itself. One in itself. So we know that the first factor would be 1. So write 1. And then the next factor would be itself. What number are we doing? 11. So itself would be 11. And since it's prime, there's only those two factors, right? So then we connect them. We connect them with the little arc. All right. Do you see it? Okay, thank you, Cameron. Everybody clap for Cameron. Yay, Cameron. Cameron made our factor rainbow for our prime number. What do we notice that's different? What do we notice that's different about that one? What's different about that one, Bethany?
That 11 is smaller and 12 is bigger.
It's bigger? What else do we notice? What else do we notice, Brian? It only has one loop. It added a 10.
No, it's like, you know,
Oh, okay, we're doing addition, but factors is, what are factors? What are factors? Jocelyn, what are factors?
2 numbers, 2, what is it called? The thing you do, I forgot what it is.
You want some help? Okay, pick one.
Gabby.
Factors are one of a product.
Okay, so they're the two numbers that we multiply together to get a product, right? So Brian said addition, but we're talking about multiplication because we're talking about factors. I'm wondering what it looks like. What's the difference between what it looks like? This one is very colorful. Is this one as colorful? No. So our composite numbers, or the ones with 3 or more factors, are colorful or colorful composites. And the prime numbers, it's not so colorful. They're just womp, right? Because they only have one loop, because the factors are only 1 and me, or 1 in itself. Yes, Valeria?
I also noticed that there's like 3 numbers and they're not really even like on that one. That one's even. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh yeah, because we have one odd number here. But most of the time composite numbers are even numbers and prime numbers are odd, but there's some that are not. So that rule doesn't always apply. But that was a good observation.